Can we talk about Love of My Life on Netflix? Devuelveme La Vida is the translation, and I probably butchered that because I don't speak Spanish well. That's why I read subtitles, everybody. This is the story of forbidden passion between Mariana Azargate, the heiress of a cotton plantation, La Victoria, and Joaquin Masquera, an Afro day laborer. Okay, so I don't want to talk about the show so much. I want to talk about the casting and how this show is so diabolical with the casting. I mean, so first of all, the show spans a time from a years of maybe a 40-year span, I guess. It starts off somewhere in the 1940s or 50s. They never say. I know they gave reference to shock therapy being first done in 1938. So maybe this was 1950 something. They didn't say. Then it shoots 10 years forward. And then all of a sudden they change characters. Now, this is very common on telenovelas. I watch a lot of telenovelas on Netflix, particularly Colombian telenovelas. And they do this on these shows. But the thing that they did on this show is you have one character named Graciano, who's like a 40-something-year-old man. 10 years later, they change the actor who's playing him to this guy, Modesto Lacen or whatever. He played Pedro Knight on the Celia Cruz series. He played Celia's husband. And they actually changed him on Celia too. But they changed Graciano to Modesto. The man who's playing Graciano to Modesto, who they're probably like around the same age. But Modesto is playing a much older version. And I found that to be weird. Like, why? Why could the first Graciano couldn't play older Graciano? Because they look around the same age. So that was one thing that was crazy. And then, so in the story, some babies are lost, unalived, but they're alive because it's a telenovela. Mariana gets pregnant with Joaquin's baby. And they take the baby away and told her the baby was stillborn. So, fast forward to, now mind you, Mariana is a white Colombian and Joaquin is a black Colombian, but on the show it's played by a lighter skinned black man. However, when they showed the babies as toddlers, these are all dark skinned black people. So that just says to me, Colombians think all black people look alike, along with Hollywood here. Oh, just cast any black person to play Joaquin. No, that didn't work. And then so there was a brother. They made them brothers. They said that they were twins and they weren't even related, blood related. Who these people who adopted them.
Joy. Itino. Me gusta. Puros nombres de bandidos, ¿ah?
It's so crazy. They groomed them to be crooks. So Tino, fast forward 10 years later, Tino is this kid, but fast forward, they have this man playing him. Hello. Colombia, you need to do some diversity training because this is ridiculous. And so 10 years later, like Mariana has changed to a lady who maybe is 5 years older than her. But yet Mariana's Thea or aunt is the same person throughout. They do this a lot on telenovelas. So then fast forward another 10 years when Mariana's son, which she doesn't know is still alive, he comes out of jail because he goes to jail for doing something. I'm not going to ruin it for you. He goes to jail and he comes out as the original Joaquin. So then this original, his name is Joey. So Joey then links up with Mariana's husband, who is a guy who's in love with her. It's a long story, everybody. And I hope you're following this one. But he works with them, and he crosses paths with Mariana, and Mariana doesn't think, you look just like Joaquin, who I was lovesick for, and I've been upset about him forever. No, she just looks at him. And I'm cutting this in, everybody, so the continuity is off. My lipstick is smeared because I forgot this point. So Graciano comes in contact with Joey and doesn't think, you look just like my son Joaquin. This is crazy work, everybody. As the kids say, it's crazy work. It's diabolical. Like, what's going on? You look just like my son. Now, mind you, Graciano's a drunk at this point because his wife passed. And I forgot to mention that she comes back as a ghost to talk to Graciano. She's always in the room. But the casting is just ridiculous. Colombian Caracol TV, y'all are playing in our faces. Y'all are playing in our faces with this casting. And then fast forward, Joaquin, the actual original Joaquin, is still alive. He made it to America, everybody. He went to America. He got with this American girl, black woman who speaks Spanish because she's Colombian. And he's now a different person who's maybe 5 or 6 years older than the original Joaquin. So then Mariana later crosses paths with Joaquin and can't remember him. Now, here's a funny thing. I can remember faces from middle school. I can remember faces from elementary school. You can't remember the love of your life who you grew up with? That's so absurd to me. It's so absurd. Caracol, you are playing in our faces. All right. Drop into the comments if you've seen this show. Tell me what you think. Like and subscribe. And if you haven't seen this show, I recommend you go watch the show on Netflix. Love of my life.